In Canada, former fashion mogul Peter Nygaard, found guilty of 4 counts of sexual assault. Victoria Beckham reveals she was bullied a lot at school and struggled to make friends as she gushes over strong and caring daughter Harper.
Homer will continue to strangle Bart on The Simpsons, says co-creator. Nothing's changing. Warner Bros. Reverses course in Coyote vs. Acme fight. British TV show exports fetch record $2.25 billion with finished tape deals back in fashion, such as David Attenborough, MasterChef, Top Gear and Dragon's Den lead the way.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore to Joe Manchin, "Don't mar your legacy," by launching a foolish White House campaign against Biden. In a statement from President Joe Biden on Senator Joe Manchin, he says, "I look forward to continuing our work together to get things done for the American people."
More Gaza hospitals suspend operations as Israel hunts Hamas. IDF says, no siege at Shifa Hospital will help move babies to safety. Gaza evacuees arrive in Egypt after Rafah crossing reopens. Russia terminates agreement with Japan on dismantling nuclear weapons. 5 U.S. Army Special Forces troops are killed as MH-60 Black Hawk crashes into the Mediterranean Sea during refueling training mission.
Israel signs landmark deal to sell David's Sling air defense system to Finland. BP projects have helped fund Azerbaijan military aggression, say campaigners.
Israel warns Lebanon it could turn Beirut into Gaza. Berlin criminalizes slogan from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Hamas may free 80 hostages for Israeli prisoners in possible deal, as per report. Bears sighted in Tokyo suburbs, including near Mount Tukau. In Ireland, status red wind warning extended to cover 14 counties, ahead of Storm Debbie.
Count of millionaire wallets of Bitcoin tripled in 2023. Bitham Korea's IPO strategy aims to challenge Upbit's dominance. Prosecutors will likely proceed with SBF's second trial in March 2024. In Spain, thousands protest amnesty for Catalan separatists. No bar exam required to practice law in Oregon starting 2024. In Brazil, judge uses ChatGPT to write a sentence and fails after the tool invented jurisprudence on its own.
BMW says it is looking into Morocco labor environment issues after newspaper report. South Africa's 2 white farms may lose EU-UK access.
Australia to apologize, half a century after the thalidomide tragedy. Swiss People's Party wants to limit migrants' access to healthcare. In the UK, as study suggests 1 in 6 GP practices only take bookings online. Use of the dengue vaccine approved by Anvisa in the US, Brazil's unified health system, would have a very high budgetary impact, says ministry. SanDisk Extreme Pro's failures were resulted from design and manufacturing flaws, says the data recovery firm. In Australia, telcos required to report on cybersecurity measures and bid to prevent repeat of 2022 Optus hack.
Spontaneous laughter linked to significant health benefits. There are linear associations between BMI at age 18 and subsequent site-specific cancers. Long-term consumption of sucralose may increase body weight and the risk of elevated PBG, resulting in overexpression of sweetness receptors and glucose transporters.
Marvel's Wolverine is reportedly set for release in 2024, unannounced Bend Studio title in 2025. Microsoft may lose $120 million, as Overwatch League shutdown is confirmed. New Sony patent will let you replay a game from any point possible. Chinese airline to honor US $1.30 flight tickets, sold during glitch. Top 1% of tax filers saw incomes rise by almost 10% in 2021, reported by Statistics Canada.
Top Gear's best car from the last 30 years of winners is the BMW i8. Hyundai breaks ground on plan to build 200,000 EVs a year. Tesla will sue you for $50,000 if you try to resell your Cybertruck in the first year.
In the UK, rough sleepers have tents destroyed just days after row with Home Secretary Sula Braverman. San Francisco conducts massive cleanup operation, clearing homeless encampments and removing vagrants from street ahead of APEC trade summit. Dozens of Chinese ships chase Philippine vessels as U.S. renews warning it will defend its treaty ally. China to hold joint military exercises with Malaysia and 4 Southeast Asian countries, as reportedly China will host 6 nations Oman Yaoi army drills to deepen trust with Southeast Asia as disputes roil South China Sea. Thailand's plan to deploy Chinese police patrol sparks outcry.
SpaceX to launch O3 BM power communication satellites, On its 84th mission of 2023, USM launches Malaysia's first Baka satellite on SpaceX rocket.
Astronaut's tool bag orbits Earth after escaping during spacewalk. In Japan, drunk man arrested for allegedly stealing ambulance from hospital near Tokyo. Canadian Powerlifting Union is set to suspend female bodybuilder April Hutchinson for 2 years after she slammed transgender rival who smashed records and bragged about it. London is cutting off poorer graduates from best jobs, IF says. Chinese PhD students at top universities given ideological training before entering UK.
1 dose of Lilly's novel heart drug cut risk factors for a year. China shaken by string of cancer cases tied to top oncology lab. Diagnosis of hidden disabilities including OCD, bipolar disorder and kleptomania soar by 2/3, data shows. Reportedly, China's carbon emissions to drop in 2024 on clean energy boom. Emmanuel Macron pledges €1 billion to fund research into melting ice caps. Brazil officially records desert climate for the first time.
China weighs ending freeze on Boeing with 737 MAX deal in U.S. Boeing closes in on major deal with Emirates for 777 ex-passenger jets. In Malaysia, Sarawak awards RM570M tender for first rapid transit line. Alibaba and JD fail to inspire in China shopping gala led by discount. Staff commit more than 1/3 of UK retail theft, report finds. Turkey is poised to overtake France as the second most popular European holiday destination, in sun, sea and surgery packages.
The K-pop giant Hybe buys its first Latin music company. Madonna's celebration tour to feature over 40 songs, without a live band. Coldplay to travel 4,000 miles to Australia just to play 2 gigs, despite the band's goal of making their world tour sustainable.
DP World faces 30K container pileup after Australia's cyber hit. Adani plots expansion of overseas ports empire after U.S. funding.
In the USA, Senator Tim Scott drops out of Republican presidential race. Fox TV host floats conspiracy theory as Trump's gaffes are intentional. January 6 rioter, known as QAnon shaman running for Congress.
NBA's Philadelphia 76ers guard, Kelly Oubre Jr. struck by vehicle, hospitalized with injuries. Therese Maxey scores 50 points, dedicates win to Kelly Oubre. Real Madrid sacked club doctor after articular injury. It had been reported that Fenerbahce and articular knee surgery was inevitable. Rafael Wamena, Ghana's striker dies aged 28 after on-pitch collapse. Bill Gates predicts everyone will have an AI-powered personal assistant. Within 5 years, whether they work in an office or not, they will utterly change how we live. Language models can use steganography to hide their reasoning, study finds. Google in talks to invest in AI startup, Character, AI.
Israel's genocide in Gaza kills 11,180, including 4,609 children. India votes in favor of UN resolution condemning Israeli settlements in Palestine. EU condemns Hamas for using hospitals as human shields, urges Israeli restraint.
Turkish central bank will hold first investor day in New York. Dubai restarts privatizations after a year, with planned taxi IPO. The growth of the Chinese engine in Mexico worries the U.S.